Hello, Drake's Musically Optimistic here, and today I'm going to be talking about separating the art from the artist, or more vaguely, just Kanye West and his new album cycle. But first, slightly more things are in frame. I think the door is in frame. It is open right now. You can see my bass guitar. I just bought a new holder so I can put my guitar up there because I have two of these fucking things, and I'm usually messing around with at least one of them. And then I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couch in here now. So I'm putting a little bit of stuff on the walls. I'm not a big vinyl guy, but once I figure out how to put these fucking things on the wall, these are going on the wall. I'll probably get more Kendrick vinyls. Maybe a couple more of my favorite albums. Should I do a video on one of my favorite albums or some music that I actually like for once? Leave it down in the comments. And if you hear any background scuttling or just overall chaoticness, the door's open, so my cats are gonna go fucking wild. Anyway, Kanye West just released a new album with Ty Dolla $ign called Vultures 1. I have not listened to it. I have no plans to listen to it, because I don't believe that separating the art from the artist is a thing that is actually, like, possible or real to do. A lot of people use the term separate the art from the artist whenever it comes to an artist that is more problematic or has said a lot of fucked up shit or even done fucked up shit like Marilyn Manson or DaBaby with his AIDS comments. And personally, I think it's a load of shit, especially when the artist is still alive and still profiting off of the art that you are consuming. You're supporting the artist, because unless a big conglomerate owns that entire person's body of work and gets every single cent from that, you are still giving that person the money by streaming their music in the first place. Like, you can probably listen to the Smiths all you want, as long as you ignore Morrissey's bullshit, because for the most part, he's not getting a whole lot of revenue from it, as the Smiths, the rest of the band, has pretty much disowned him and pushed him away. But when we're talking about different artists who actually do still profit off their music, i.e. Kanye West in this example, by streaming the music, you're still supporting the artist, and people can obviously do what they want. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism and all that. But, like, me personally, if I know that somebody or something is a piece of shit and they constantly dehumanize certain groups of people and are constantly just saying baity shit for attention, what's the point in even supporting them? That kind of logic is the same shit that weirdos will say to try and get you to join the alt-right. Like, oh, well, the left is just as bad as the right. Might as well don a Klansman uniform. No, just because a lot of things are bad doesn't mean you should just divulge and go to, like, the worst fucking possible option. If you know something is bad and it's against your morals to eat or watch or listen or do bad thing, don't do bad thing just because everyone else is. And here I am moral policing to people who won't fucking listen, because who the fuck am I? Personally, since his like DEFCON 3 tweet back in like late 2021 or whenever the fuck he tweeted that, I haven't listened to a single Kanye song. It's just not been my cup of tea. Anti-Semitism isn't exactly my cup of tea. But I'm not gonna get mad at other people for what they listen to or what they consume, because yeah, I think he's stupid and he's done a lot of stupid shit and he says a lot of stupid shit and he's gonna keep doing and saying a lot of stupid shit and just destroying his image further and further and further, and at this point, get some therapy. Like, get out of the limelight, see a doctor. Something is wrong. I have mental problems, I can say that. In fact, the med that I just stopped taking gave me almost fucking seizures every day. I would overheat and almost vomit constantly just because I wanted to have a little bit of chemical in the right chemical in the brain, but I just fucking can't. So as someone who struggles with similar issues, see a doctor. Get on the right med, get out of the limelight so you can stop saying stupid shit, because Donda was generally one of the better albums of 2021 in my opinion, but because of his shitty actions and stuff that he said since then, I've not listened to it once, nor have I listened to any other piece of media related to him that I enjoyed prior. Now, I don't really know how to transition into the reactionary clip that I recorded a few days ago, so I'm just gonna like put that here. So, hey, Matt in the car, take it away. So, the new Kanye West album dropped. Ignore my fucking awful face. I don't know how I always get shit all over me. But the new Kanye West album dropped. And literally nobody has acknowledged that there's a second person on the album, Ty Dolla $ign, who is a equally valid and good artist. I don't know why I'm saying equally. I don't fucking like Kanye West, like, much at all. Not just because of his Nazi sentiments, which a lot of people write off because it doesn't affect them, and it never has affected them throughout history, so they just flat out don't give a shit about anti-Semitism. And also Meta/Facebook is going to be suppressing calls of anti-Semitism, particularly the word Zionism, in response to the whole Palestine-Israel situation, which a lot of people will try and tell you is very complicated, and it's not. It's that Palestine has had this land forever, and Israel, pretty much a subsect of the United States at this point, has just been going like, hey, can we have that land? And killing Palestinian citizens for like almost 100 years at this point. It's not very complicated. And so with Facebook suppressing that sort of information as anti-Semitism, it's a little annoying because they, along with no other social media platform, have tried to actually suppress Kanye West's very public anti-Semitic remarks, rants, comments, everything. And a lot of people have just thrown that to the side because, well, he can't be racist. He's black. As if, racism is not just... as if racism is just linked, as if racism is just white people against black people, when racism, the definition, is thinking that your race is superior to someone else or thinking lesser of a certain race, which is what he is doing and has been doing with Jewish people for I don't fucking know how long at this point. I haven't listened to a Kanye West song, album, anything of my own volition, except for like on TikTok whenever something comes up on the For You page, because everyone uses Kanye shit for everything. I've not listened to a single Kanye song or anything Kanye related since he dropped that going DEFCON on Jewish people tweet, because it's a very fucking stupid thing to say. It's a very fucking stupid thing to go on and follow up with your Alex Jones interviews, just spewing more anti-Semitic shit on social media and being as outwardly racist as possible every opportunity you can, because anyone can write off that shit and say, oh, just separate the art from the artist. You're not separating the art from the artist by streaming the music and actively giving money, because by supporting the art, you are supporting the artist, because you are actively funneling money directly into their pocket. And you say, Matt, well, they're really, 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 really rich. My little impact doesn't matter. I disagree. Look at how the sales for McDonald's and Starbucks have been going, and for the other boycotted companies since the Palestinian outrage on TikTok and shit, because it's been a thing happening forever. But since a bunch of people have caught on to it, become socially aware all of a sudden, now all these stocks are plummeting. It really shows that little things can make a difference. If you think that you not listening to this Kanye West album is going to impact him, continue not listening, like I'm going to do. However, if you just want to keep listening to the music because you want to keep listening to the music and you think the music is cool and supporting this actual fucking Nazi who supports actual fucking Nazi ideals, which, by the way, you can have this argument all day of, does he actually believe what he's saying? I don't think it matters, because he's saying it and it's enabling people who do believe it, and it is causing real world harm in a way that does not fucking matter if you actually believe it or not. It's the same sort of argument the alt-right weirdos like to use against, like, Alex Jones or Peterson or whatever this fucking name is, or Ben Shapiro. It's a lot of the same arguments, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if these people believe these things, because they're still spreading harmful ideologies to people who either A, have not heard these ideologies before and will latch onto them, or B, do believe in these ideologies and they feel like their opinions are being validated. Anyway, just wanted to say that, yeah, Kanye fucking sucks, but, you can listen if you want. I'm not going to. And sure, I don't really think that separating the art from the artist is a real thing, because if you support the art, you're supporting the artist. I mean, if Kanye were to just flop over dead tomorrow, I'd probably go back to listening to his stuff, because at least the money's not going directly to him. But then again, since I've stopped listening to him, I found so much other better, good, more diverse, and interesting music to listen to, so I don't even see the fucking point. I mean, seriously, what's the fucking point of listening to an artist who for like 90% of the career has just profited off of leeching and stealing and collaborating with a bunch of popular artists at the time to just bring their ideas into a more mainstream context? Like, seriously, 808s and Heartbreak, not as revolutionary as you would think. T-Pain existed.